Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Hari Seva IBBI Valuation Cracker. My name is Rajesh S. Wadwani. I am civil engineer and IBBI register valuer in land and building asset class. Today we are starting session 4 of market approach. We will learn development method, that is balance 3 method. First number 1 we have learned in session 3. Also we will learn hypothetical plotting scheme for value of large size land. Let us start. In last session, we have learned development method is 4 type: actual sale basis. Actual sale basis, one is owner occupied, second is tenant occupied, and hypothetical building scheme, ownership occupy concept and income concept. In last session, we learned if a large plot is there and nearby not a other plots sells comparable plot is available, no data is available for sales comparison, then how to calculate it, that plot value, market value. So we have learned nearby any complete property is sold, we take that property data. From that property data we will deduct depreciated cost of building. What cost balance will come, that cost will be the land cost. From that land cost, we can compare the subject plot land. Today we will learn tenant occupied, actual sale basis development method, and hypothetical building schemes. Let us go. Also, in last session, we have learned um, joint venture development method and how to calculate it, FSI, UDS, composite rates, percentage common area, and joint venture ratio. Total 9 numerical we have done in last session. Today again we are starting first question with numerical, that is example number 10. On a plot measuring 6,000 square feet, a developer constructed 12 flats, each flat with an area of 1,000 square feet. The construction cost is rupees 3,000 per square feet. He sold one flat of rupees 66 lakhs, assuming a profit margin of 15%. Calculate the land rate using the development method, that is residue technique. First, we will calculate complete cost of building. Then from total sale value, we will minus it. Then we will get the land rate. Please go through the question in 30 seconds. Then we will start the solution. Okay, now we will start. First, write the data. Plot area 6,000 square feet, number of flats 12, area of each flat 1,000 square feet, construction cost per square feet is 3,000. Selling price of one flat is 66 lakhs. Profit margin is 15%. First, we have to calculate the selling price in a square feet. Here, one flat is selling 66 lakhs of 1,000 square feet. So, selling price per square feet come 6,600 rupees per square feet. Now you know this is a 6,600 rupees per square feet is the composite rate that include land component, building component, and profit margin. Here we know the profit margin and building construction cost and total composite rate. From total composite rate, we will minus the building cost and profit. We will get the land component. From land component, we can drive the land rate. Here 6,600 is including profit. Profit margin is 15%. So base cost, what is the best cost? Best cost will be selling price divided by 1 plus profit. Maximum candidate do mistake, they will take the profit margin cost 6,600 into 20%. That is 1320. But this is not a profit margin, this is the wrong. Remember one thing, profit margin calculated on the base cost. If you are having base cost 100 rupees, profit margin 20 rupees, then selling price is 120. If from the selling price 120, as a composite price 120, from 120 you minus the 20%, it will come rupees 24. That will be the 96 rupees base cost. That is the wrong. So calculating the base cost, use this formula. Base selling price here 6,600. Divide by 1 plus profit 1.15. It will come 5739. 5739 is the best cost. If you add in profit margin, then it will come 6,600. Please remember, profit is calculated from the cost. Profit percentage calculated on the base cost, not a profit cost, included profit cost. This is a simple question, only one. This trick is useful here. First, derive the base cost. Selling price divide by 1 plus profit, 6,600 into 1.15. Do not do this type of mistakes. Once you know the base cost, you know the here building cost, 3,000. 5,739 minus 3,000. You will get, this is a land component. Again, do not do mistake. This is not a land rate. This is the land component. We know land component rate as per composite rate, land rate divided by FSI. You learned in last session. Please see this last session formula. Composite rate. The composite rate is the total rate used to evaluate the property combining the land component, building component, and developer profit. This is the land component plus building component plus promoter profit. how the land component is calculated? Land component is land rate upon FSI. Now you calculated in last question land component and FSI you know. First you calculate the FSI, then you will get the land rate. In this question, land component, here's the component. Land component is 2739. FSI, what is FSI? Total covered area, total plot area. 12 flat into 1000 square feet, then 12,000. Total plot area 6,000 is equal to 2. So land component is equal to land rate upon FSI. So 2739 is equal to land rate divided by 2. Then land rate will come 2739 into 2, 5478. This is the land rate by development method or say residue technique we have calculated. Okay, now we will start residual technique tenant occupied property. The residual technique is used to determine the value of land in properties where the building is tenanted. The building is tenanted. Then this technique we will use. The same technique earlier we use. Here only first we will calculate it capitalized value of the property from earning of income, that is the rent income. This method helps estimate land value by considering both the existing tenancy and the potential for future development. This application of these techniques vary based on the location of the tenant building within the plot. Here, if a plot is a larger plot, say this is the plot. Here, one side building already constructed given on tenant, say tenant portion. This building is the tenant portion. Then easy to construct this land and need new building to utilize the full FSI. If this building is the in center, then it will very difficult to construct a building above this building. So many things depend how the building foundation and how many floor you want other purpose and as per FSI. And here you this building is completed on tenanted, that is by Rent Control Act. Tenants are as per Rent Control Act, then it is impossible to evict the tenant from the building. Okay, we go case by case. Let us see. Wholly tenanted building on a plot. Corner placement. If the tenanted building is placed in the corner of the plot, new building can be constructed without disturbing the tenant. In this case, residual method can be used to calculate the land value by estimating the income from new development while retaining the existing tenants. Okay. Upper floor. If the tenant building is designed such that new floor can be added above the existing tenant without disturbing them, the residual method can also be applied by estimating the income generated from the new upper floor. Centrally placed tenanted building. If the tenanted building is placed centrally on the plot, this can be create limitation for new development. The land may not be fully utilized without disturbing the tenants, making it more complex to estimate the land value using the residual approach. In such a case, a hypothetical building scheme under the development method is used. This involves assuming the land could be redeveloped or partially cleared, and value is calculated based on the potential use of the plot after the tenanted building is cleared for reconfigured. Let us first do one example, residual technique tenant occupy property. A property with 1400 square meter plot area and three-story rented building located at the corner of plot was sold in February 2010 for rupees 45 lakhs. The built-up area of the rented building is 200 square meter per floor. The FSI of zone is 1. The new rent, the net total rent from 12 tenant of the building is rupees 4,000 per month. Calculate the derived land rate from this sale using the residual technique. Please go through the question in next 30 seconds. Okay, now we start. Here data is given. Net annual rent income is 48,000. 4,000 into 12. Our formula want per annum income. So directly multiply 4,000 into 12, 48,000 rupees. Okay. Then capital rise rate. For calculating capital value, we need the capital rise rate. In this question, no capital rise rate is given. Then is valuer duty to assume the capital rise rate as per that area market condition. He do the survey and identify what capital rise rate to be used. Here, for solving this question, we are using capitalization rate is 8%. Total property sale price is 45 lakhs. Plot area 1400 square meter. Built up area 600 square meter. 3 floor into 200 square meter. FSI is 1. Plot is 1400 square meter. FSI is 1. So 1400 square feet construction can be done. But here 600 square meter construction is done, and that is the given on rent. So first you calculate building value, capitalized value you have calculate. What is the building value? Annual rent income divided by capitalized rate. Here 48,000 divided by 0.08. Divide, it will come 6 lakh rupees. Then building value is only 6 lakh. Due to this building, tenant are using rent control act, so rent is very less. So due to this, value is coming very less, that is 6 lakhs rupees. Now calculate the land value. We know this total sale price of property is 45 lakhs. When 45 lakhs minus this 6 lakhs, so total building value of land will come 39 lakhs. From 39 lakhs, we can calculate the land rate. 39 lakhs divided by 1400, 2785.71 rupees. Actually, what we are doing here, we have given building rented on 600 square meter. 600 square meter, we are calculating the annual rent income and capital rise rate. As per that basis, we have calculated the land rate. This may not be the correct. You go for only that method, how the land rate is to be calculated. And as per question, you solve the question. Here, so many things are silent in this question. Okay, now we have to move hypothetical building scheme, ownership concept, and next one is the hypothetical building scheme, tenant, or you can say income concept. Both method are same. In ownership concept, we have to calculate building replacement cost, and income concept, we have to calculate building cost by income approach. Hypothetical building scheme. This indirect method of land valuation is used mainly for underutilized property where the floor space index FSI or potential usage is not maximized. Instead of directly comparing land sales, this approach value land by simulating a hypothetical building project. This method involves estimating the sale value of future unit, flat or shops on plot and subtracting the cost of construction, management and other expenses including the developer profit margin. The remaining sum reflect the land value, making it useful for redeveloping property with the existing structures. For my Hindi viewers, hypothetical building scheme में लैंड वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करने के लिए प्लॉट पे एक हाइपोथेटिकल बिल्डिंग अज्यूम किया जाता है कि आप ये बिल्डिंग 10 फ्लोर का है, 6 फ्लोर का है, 8 फ्लोर का है, पर फ्लोर पे 4 फ्लैट रहेंगे, 5 फ्लैट रहेंगे, एफएसआई के हिसाब से टोटल कितना बिल्डिंग में फ्लोर बनाए जा सकते हैं, उसके हिसाब से बिल्डिंग का कॉस्ट निकाला जाता है। फिर उसको डेवलपमेंट करने में क्या कॉस्ट लगा, उसका फाइनेंस में कितना कॉस्ट लगा, अदर क्या कॉस्ट लगा, टोटल कॉस्ट आ जाने के बाद में और जो सेलिंग प्राइस है मार्केट में ये पर फ्लैट कितने में सेल होगा, उस सेलिंग प्राइस में से टोटल कॉस्ट बिल्डिंग का माइनस किया जाता है। माइनस करने के बाद में जो कॉस्ट आता है वो लैंड प्राइस रहता है। दोनों कॉन्सेप्ट, ओनरशिप कॉन्सेप्ट हो या इनकम अप्रोच कॉन्सेप्ट हो, दोनों में सेम प्रिंसिपल पे ही काम किया जाता है। ओनरशिप कॉन्सेप्ट में रिप्लेसमेंट कॉस्ट, नई बिल्डिंग का कॉस्ट निकाला जाता है। यदि टेनेंट प्रॉपर्टी है उसको हटा के वापस से रीडेवलप करने का है तो उस हिसाब से उसका इनकम निकाल के फिर कॉस्ट निकाला जाता है। लेट अस गो स्टेप बाय स्टेप। Hypothetical building plan. Develop a plan that considers the highest and best use of the land with maximum FSI use. First, develop hypothetical building plan. Then, encumbrance cost. Calculate costs related to relocating existing tenant or clearing other encumbrance. यदि प्रॉपर्टी में बंगलो बना हुआ है, उस बंगलो को डिसमेंटल करके या बंगलो का जो ऑनर है वो कहाँ पे रहेगा, क्या रहेगा, 1 साल कंस्ट्रक्शन के टाइम में, उस हिसाब से उसका क्या कॉस्ट आएगा वो कॉस्ट निकाला जाए। Then estimate sale value. Assess the market value of flats or shops in the planning building. Deduct construction cost and expense. Subtract cost for construction management and related outgoing. Deduct the developer profit, deduct the developer expected profit margin, determine final land value. The remaining amount after all deduction represent the land value. ये hypothetical method है land value करने का। पहले उस पे आपने बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्ट किया फुल एफएसआई यूज करते हुए, उस बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन का टोटल क्या कॉस्ट लगा और बिल्डिंग को आपने कितने में सेल किया, माइनस कॉस्ट उसमें से माइनस किया, जो रेट आया वो लैंड का रेट रहेगा। सेम hypothetical building scheme income concept. This valuation method helps determine the price a developer can offer a land owner based on the projected rental income from a new development. It focuses on the future income potential of the property and it typically used when the landowner is open to leasing or selling land for development. Key steps. First, you have to do the market survey for rental rate. conduct a survey for comparable property to estimate the potential rental income from the new building. Estimate the expenses, calculate ongoing operational costs such as taxes, insurance, maintenance, management fee, deduct this from the rental income to obtain the net income. Capitalize the rental income as per income approach formula. We have already learned capital value is equal to net rental income divided by capital rise rate. Deduct construction and other expenses. Developer profit also deduct surplus value of landowner. After deducting all the expenses and profit, the balance, whatever amount is the value of the landowner. Offer price of land. The final offer price is the surplus value which reflects the anticipated income generated from the property rather than a one-time sale price. Okay, we will do one question so you will understand both the method. A developer is offered a property with a 3000 square meter plot which include a 700 square meter tenanted structure. The permissible floor space index for the property is 1.2. It means you can construct 3000 into 1.2, 3600 square meter. But actually, constructed area is only 700 square meter. Hence, property is not fully utilized as per FSI. The developer must rehouse tenanted at a cost of rupees 20,000 per square meter with a settlement period of 1 year. Additional legal expenses amount of rupees 2 lakhs. Interest on borrowed capital is 10% and the developer required profit is 12%. The scrap value of the existing structure is 800 rupees per square meter. The current market rate for open plot is area is the 12,000 per square meter. Okay. Determine the fair purchase price of property that the developer could offer to the plot owner if the developer intend to sell the property after tenant encumbrance are removed and before new construction. Here tenants are there on 700 square meter. That is as per Rent Control Act. So it is impossible to evoke the tenant. उन tenant को खाली करना बहुत बड़ा काम है, बहुत मुश्किल काम है. तो उसके लिए क्या कह रहा है कि वो tenant के लिए एरिया डेवलप किया जाएगा. डेवलपर मस्ट री हाउस टेनेंट एट अ कॉस्ट ऑफ 20,000. जो टेनेंट 700 स्क्वायर मीटर का जो री हाउस डेवलप करेगा डेवलपर, उसको उसका खर्चा 20,000 रुपीज पर स्क्वायर मीटर आएगा. तो टोटल कॉस्ट डेवलपर के पास जो होगा उसमें से ये कॉस्ट भी माइनस करेगा जो टेनेंट को खाली कराने के लिए कॉस्ट दिया जाए, जिसको पगड़ी भी बोला जाता है. यदि टेनेंट उसके लिए एग्री नहीं होता है तो उसके लिए री हाउस किया जाए, उसको सेम वैसे ही हाउस बना के दिया जाए. तो उसके लिए भी टेनेंट को 1 साल के लिए आपको बाहर कहीं पे बिठाना पड़ेगा. उसमें भी आपके एक्सपेंसेस होंगे. इन सब के लिए आपको वकील रखने का होगा, लॉयर आपके पास रहेगा जो सारे एग्रीमेंट और ये सब कुछ देखेगा. तो उस लॉयर का भी फीस लगेगा, वो फीस भी डिडक्ट होगा. और डेवलपर पूरा प्रॉपर्टी बनाने के लिए कॉस्ट फाइनेंस करेगा. उसका कॉस्ट का फाइनेंस का जो कॉस्ट आता है वो भी डिडक्ट होगा. और टोटल उसका एक्सपेंसेस 1 ईयर तक रहेगा. तो 1 ईयर में उसका बाद में टोटल कितना कॉस्ट होता है, उसको प्रेजेंट वैल्यू में कितना कन्वर्ट होता है, उस हिसाब से भी कन्वर्ट करके इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने का है. लेट अस सी स्टेप बाय स्टेप. फर्स्ट यू गो थ्रू द क्वेश्चन इन 30 सेकंड. Okay, I have not read this. The scrap value of the existing structure is 800 per square meter. He will get the developer 800 rupees square meter of scrap value of 700 square meter building. The current market rate for open plot is area is 12,000 per square meter. Determine the fair purchase price of property that the developer could offer to the plot owner if developer intend to sell the property after tenant encumbrance are removed and before new construction. तो वैसे तो इसका मार्केट वैल्यू 12,000 पर स्क्वायर मीटर है, पर डेवलपर उसको 12,000 स्क्वायर मीटर लैंड ओनर को नहीं देगा, क्योंकि इस लैंड पे 700 स्क्वायर मीटर पे टेनेंट बैठे हैं। टेनेंट को उठाने के लिए जो खर्चा लगेगा या उसको री हाउसिंग करने के लिए जो खर्चा लगेगा, उस पर लीगल एक्सपेंस, अदर एक्सपेंस, फाइनेंस कॉस्ट, वो सारी कॉस्ट कैलकुलेट करके टोटल लैंड का जो कॉस्ट है 12,000 स्क्वायर मीटर इंटू 3,000, उसमें से वो कॉस्ट माइनस किया जाएगा। बैलेंस जो कॉस्ट आएगा वो लैंड कॉस्ट माना जाएगा। Let us do it. First, following data is given. Plot area 3,000 square meter. Existing tenant structure is 7,000 square meter. FSI 1.2. Rehousing cost of tenant 20,000 rupees per square meter. Settlement period of tenant is 1 year. This 1 year is a settlement period. एक साल में हम आपको मकान बना के दे देंगे। और legal expenses 2 lakhs rupees. Market rate for open plot in the locality is 12,000 per square meter. Scrap value of tenant structure 800 per square meter. Interest on borrowed capital is 10%. Developer required profit margin is 12%. Interest on borrowed capital is the 10%. Okay, now you calculate it. First, we have to calculate sale value of plot as is open. 3,000 square meter plot, market rate is 12,000. So total 360 lakhs plot value. If there was no tenant on the plot and building is complete empty, then the landowner got a 360 lakhs. But due to there is a 700 square meter structure in there, tenant are staying as per the Rent Control Act. So it is not possible to vacate the buildings. So developer first discuss with the tenant, same square meter he will do the construction for tenant, and he will see tenant stay outside 1 year till the time building is completed. Same square meter he is given to them. So that expenses also. All expenses we have to calculate it and then deduct it. This is a 360 lakhs plot. Scrap value of the existing structure 700 square meter, and scrap value per square meter is given in question 800. So 5,60,000 he will get developer from the old building. So total receivable sale amount is 365 lakhs 60,000. Total receivable amount. This is the A. Assume this is the A. Total gross value minus the total expenses. Now calculated expenses prior to development. Rehousing cost for tenant. Area for rehousing 700 square meter. Rehousing cost per tenant is 20,000 rupees. 700 square meter into 20,000. This is 1 crore 40 lakhs. 1 crore 40 lakhs में developer make rehousing for the tenant. They will stay there. Okay, then chapter is closed. 140 lakhs will go. Legal expenses 2 lakhs. Developer profit 12%. The developer profit is a 12% will applicable on A. 3 crore 65 lakhs into 60,000. Developer profit is 43 lakhs 87,200. Now developer borrow the capital for 1 year. So he will not require all the money at one time. He want money in 12 months time and different installment. So we are taking 50%. According on 50% amount, we will calculate the interest rate. First month he may be require 50 lakhs, second month 40 lakhs, 30 lakhs. So average is borrowing is total borrowing is 365 lakhs. Average interest will be applicable say on 50%. Interest for 1 year on borrowed capital, 10% of 50% of this 1 crore 82 8 lakhs. So 18 lakhs will be interest. So total expenses 140 lakhs for new housing for the tenants, 2 lakhs is the legal expenses, developer profit 43 lakhs 87,000, and interest for 1 year is 18 lakhs 28,000. After that, developer will get the land. Total expenses he will do 2 crore 4 lakhs, and total income is 3 crore 65 lakhs. So 3 crore 65 lakhs minus 2 crore 4 lakhs. So developer can give the land price 1 crore 61 lakh 44,800. This is a less than 50% due to Rent Control Act. Now, defer of net residual value for 1 year settlement period. Interest and discount rate is 10% assumed. Deferral factor of 1 year 10%. If you calculate this is the formula, present value, you are already completed income approach. PV is equal to 1 plus R power bracket power N. For 1 year with the 10% rate of interest, you will calculate it, the differ factor will come 0.909. So actual value 1 crore 61 lakhs into 0.9 today rate 1 crore 46 lakhs 67,000, and 1 crore 46 lakhs 67,000 235 divided by 300. Then landowner will get this rate 4,888 rupees square meter, because there is a 700 square meter structure. In that structure, tenants are staying as per Rent Control Act. So developer will propose the give. This is the land value. In the same way, hypothetical building scheme income concept question will be there. In that question, first capitalized rental income will be calculated, then total other costs will be calculated, and that will minus from the capitalized value, and after that land value will be calculated. Okay, now hypothetical plotting scheme for value of large size land. If in any municipality area or any city, center of the city, a very big plot is there, say 4,000 square meter, 5,000 square meter plot is there, yeah, 10,000 square meter plot is there. If you are having not sell instant, similar size of plot, yeah, nearby any plot, no vacant plot is there. You are having sell instant a very small plot, then how to calculate it? First, you assume you are having very large plot, a 10,000 square meter, and you are having sell instance of 150 square meter plot. Yeah, 200 square meter plots. Then how you calculate market value of this large size plot? This is city, inside the city. To calculate this large size of plot, first this plot is divided in similar size of plot so that this plot can be sold. Say, and as per municipality norms, urban development authority norms, how much garden area will be there and what is the minimum size of roads and what is the open land or other utility land is required. Say this is the 10,000 square meter area, 40% say area is required as per master plan, garden, road, other utility, yeah, other utility. So only 6,000 square meter plot can be sold. First, l- prepare a layout, a plan in which put a 1 minute. This is the your plot. First, say this side road is there. First, make a plan. From here, this road will go. Here will come. This will come road. This area will be road. Say here is the say garden. Here, then this area is divided in plots. Approximate same similar. We are having cell stand 150 square meter. So you can make a plot of 150 and 200 square meter. 200 square meter. Corner plot become a bigger size. Here you can make a smaller plot. Corner plot bigger size. Here you can also put some plot of small size. Here you put one more road that will come in garden facing. Plot this way and that way. Here also put a small garden. In this way you complete first divide the whole plot in smaller plots and then calculate the cost for roads, other utility and garden. This all cost be calculated and we are having the small plot rate and total how many plot you have come in this say 30 or 40 plot is there. The 40 plot into what area? 10 plot is 200 square meter, 15 plot maybe 150 square meter, 10 plot maybe 100 square meter. Then total how much square meter is sellable area? Total will be 600 square meter. Then you deduct from the sell price of smaller plot, multiply this smaller plot in 6,000 square meter, then deduct the cost of development and cost of finance, then whatever cost will come that is will the sell price of the plot. Let us understand step by step. The hypothetical layout or plotting method is a valuation approach used to estimate the market value of large tracts of land based on the cell data of smaller comparable plot in nearby developed area. It is particularly useful when recent sales of large parcel are unavailable. Here is a brief breakdown of the step involved. Layout planning. First, you do the layout planning, and as per municipality norms, how much sellable area will be there? There may be 30%, 40% road and open space and other facility will go. Estimate plot value. Then you compare each sellable plot, how many plot is, compare it and make a sellable value. Estimates sell period. Now you predict sell period. This plot will not be sell in 1 day, 2 day, 1 month, and 2 month. It may be take 1 year, 2 years, sometime maybe 3 years also. First estimate the sell period. Then calculate development cost. Estimate expenses for necessary infrastructure, road, utility, landscaping, garden, etc. to match local standard and discount this cost for the time expected to complete the development. Other costs account for architecture, legal, management, and marketing fee along the development fee and deferred cost due to project length. Developer profit include a profit margin, typically 10 to 20% of gross realization, adjust based on the project duration and risk. Financing cost accounts for finance on capital invested in the project. Market value calculate deduct all costs, developer profit, and finance expenses from deferred gross revenue. क्योंकि this will take 2 to 3 years. Then you have to calculate present value. The remaining amount represent the land market value, often referred to as the residual method since it is based on residual revenue after expenses. This method ensures that the large plot valuation is grounded in the reality of local sales and development requirement. Now we will do one small example. Big example, we will do our case study separate session. This example so that you can learn it, how cost is calculated. This is a simple example. Mr. Paresh owns a large plot of land with a net extent of 2.5 acre of vacant urban land located in the center of the city. The land needs to be valued for sale purpose. The average selling price of residential plot in surrounding locality is 35,000 per square meter. The land is located in a residential zone as per the master plan. Assume a development cost for the residential layout at 15% of gross realization and developer profit at 20%. And the maximum sellable area for plot layout approval by municipality is 55%. Here is the municipality approved maximum he can sell 55%. Not 1 acre is 4046.85 square meter. Here, for simplicity, in question I have given. In exam, it will not be given. Remember this: 1 acre is equal to 4046.85 square meter. To estimate the market value of Paris land using the hypothetical layout method, hypothetical plotting method. Please go through the question in 30 seconds. Okay, now we start. First, convert land into square meter. Here is given 2.5 acres. 2.5 acres multiplies 4046.85 into 2.5. Total plot area is 10,000 square meter. 10,000 square meter. And municipality approved maximum sellable area is the 55%. Means 45% will come in development, gardens, road, and other utility. Calculate sellable area. Maximum sellable area allowed by the municipality is 55% of the total land area. sellable area is 10,117.125 into 0.55 is 5564.41875 square meter is the sellable area. Now this sellable area actually is divided in the number of plots, then calculated this. Then for simplicity, we are calculating directly. In case study, we will do the detailed example. Gross realization is the 35,000 is given in the question. So means 19 crore 47 lakhs. If he will sell all the plot, he will get 19 crore 47 lakh 54,700 because of nearby area sale instead of small plot is 35,000 per square meter was given in the question. And developer cost, total developer cost is 15% of 19 crore 47 lakh 22 crore 92 lakhs 13,205 is the development cost, and developer profit is 20%. It is applicable for whole this amount 19 crore 47 lakhs into developer profit is 3 crore 89 lakhs 50,940, and net market value will come out. Here finance cost is not given finance percent, so we are not taking. Otherwise finance cost 10%, 15% that will also account here. Net market value. Gross realization 19 crore 47 lakh 54,700 minus development cost 2 crore 92 lakh 13,205 minus developer profit 3 crores 89 lakhs 50,940. Total plot value is 12 crore 65 lakhs 90,550. So total land value, plot value will be 12 crore 65 lakhs 50. Uh, uh, 12 crores 65 lakhs 90,550. This is method to calculate large size plot if some only smaller size plot rate is available. This is called hypothetical plotting scheme for value of large size land. Now this is inside the municipality area. This the method. If any industrial plot is there, then how you will calculate it? For any industrial plot, calculated is belting theory. In this theory, what we have to do? What is the we have to do? If a long plot near the road is there, and we are having this size a smaller plot value, then how to calculate this market value? This is calculated as per belting theory. The belting theory is a method of valuing large plot of land, particularly when there are no comparable cells available for smaller large size land. It is part of the market approach cell comparison method and is a typical applied to large tracts of land located in underdeveloped or peripheral area of the towns. However, due to the assumption involved, court consider it is a last resort method for the valuation. If any other method valuation is not possible, then only this method to be applied. Belting theory is a land valuation method based on the principle that land closer to the road is more valuable than land further away. Land near to road is more costly then further away. The plot is divided into three belts, each with a different rate. In belting theory, plot is divided in three parts. This is the road. We are having small plot. This depth is D. Yeah, this is the depth. It is a single plot. This is applicable only a single plot. This depth is D. So same depth first is considered. We go step by step. I am explaining here. And here 1.5D. Next plot size will be 1.5D. And last one is the remaining X. Total length minus 1.5D minus D. Balance will come X. The plot is divided into three belts, each with different rates. Front belt, the portion closest to the road, value at full rate of comparable sale plot of the area. The first front belt value will be taken full as per whatever we got as comparable rates. Same depth will be taken, width may be changed. Same depth will be taken as a full area. Middle belt value will be taken two-third. I told 1.5 meter depth area, 1.5 meter depth multiplied by width, whatever width will come, that rate will be two-third of similar plot rate, yeah, front belt rate. Real belt, the farther portion value as half of the front belt. If this value is a 300 rupees square meter, yeah, 300 rupees square feet, then this plot value will be 2 by 3 into 300, means 200 rupees square meter. Means this plot will be 200 rupees square meter. Middle belt. And this is the half, that this last belt rate will be 150 rupees per square feet. Steps for valuation. Identify plot. Ensure the plot meet the criteria. Large, undeveloped, single ownership road access on one side. Divide plot. Divide the plot into three belts based on depth. Determine sale rate. Use small plot sale in the area to determine rate. Assign rate. Assign rate of each belt. Full rate for front, two-thirds for the middle, one half for rear. Value each belt. Multiply each belt area by the rate. Total value, sum of value of all the belt for the total plot value. This method is ideal for large plot with comparable cells and should be used at last resort. Okay, now we will do one example on belting theory so you can understand easily. Value a plot measuring 150 into 350 meter using a belting method. The depth of first belt is 50 meter. The depth of second belt is 2x. If x is 50, then 2x will be 100 meter. And the depth of third belt is 4x. Here in question, depth is given. Otherwise, if depth is not given, so first is x, second will the 1.5x, and last is balance one. Land rate for first belt is 300 per square meter. rate for second belt is 40% less from first belt. Rate for third belt 40% less for second belt. Again here each belt rate is given. If rate is not given, then first belt rate is this much. Second belt rate is two-third of first rate, and third belt rate is one half of the first belt rate. To calculate, this is IBBI question. What is the value of first belt, value of second belt, value of third belt? What is the total value of the plot 150 into meter square? What is the name of the method? Belting method. So this is total 350. Length of plot 350. 150 is this much area. First plot depth is x is 50 meter. Second plot depth is 2x means 100 meter. Third belt remaining depth is 4x is here 250 meter. 200 into 100 plus 50 total 350 meter. Width is 150 meter. So first belt rate is given 300 rupees. The first belt area 150 into 50 into 300. So 22 lakhs 50,000 rate is the first belt. Second belt rate is 150 into 100 given 180 rupees. 40% of 300. 40% of 300 will come 180 rupees. So value will be 27 lakhs. Third belt rate is 40% less from first belt. 180, 40% less. That will come 108. Third belt rate will come. So third belt 108, area is 150 into 200, 32 lakhs 40,000. The total value of plot will come 81 lakhs 90,000. Last question, what is the name of this method? This is the belting method. Yeah, today's session is over. Before you leave, please subscribe the channel and give your comments and hit the notification bell so you can receive timely update for all new classes. Thanks.